Welcome. Today, we're really getting into the weeds of medical school admissions. Specifically for you, we're taking a deep dive into Telangana. It can seem, pretty daunting, but we're here to make sense of it, focusing on MBBS and all the related medical courses there. Okay, let's unpack this. Our plan. To give you the really crucial info without, drown you in details, we've gone through the official notices, the counseling guides, recent news, basically distilled it down for you.
Exactly. Our goal is a clear strategic look. Eligibility, the admission steps, what student life is really like, the costs involved. We want you to have a genuine feel for what matters in Telangana's medical admission scene.
So to kick things off, let's talk about the main authority. It's the Kaloji Narayana Rao University of Health Sciences, KNRUHS, based in Warangal. They're not just a university, they are the body for pretty much all health admissions in the state.
That's right. MBBS, BDS, the AUSH courses, that's Ayurveda, homeopathy, Unani, naturopathy, even PEG, medical, and dental. KNRUHS handles it all.
And that includes all the counseling rounds.
Yes, all of them. Round 1, Round 2, the mop-up, even the stray vacancy round. It's all centralized through KNRUHS. Knowing that is, well, pretty fundamental for applicants.
Okay, and here's something really interesting, especially for MBBS aspirants. There's some big news recently from the 2024 counseling. An extra 600 medical seats opened up just for Telangana.
A huge jump, yeah. It happened because 4 institutions, the Malareddy ones, 2 medical, 2 dental, got that deemed to be university status. Big impact on capacity.
So what does the total picture look like now, seat-wise?
With those additions, you're looking at roughly 5,045 MBBS seats and about 11,140 BDS seats across Telangana. So more opportunities, but still competitive, of course.
And we see names like Bhaskar Medical College, Chalmida Anand Rao, Deccan College of Medical Sciences, Kamini, MNR, Prathima. These are some of the established players, right?
Definitely. Those are some of the well-known private and government colleges in the state that come up often.
Okay, let's switch gears to the absolute cornerstone, NEET, your National Eligibility Come Entrance Test Score and Rank. It's mandatory, isn't it?
Absolutely mandatory. No way around it for MBBS, BDS, or even those AYUSH courses in Telangana. Your NEET UG performance is step 1.
And there are minimum scores needed just to qualify.
Yes, the qualifying criteria.
Yeah.
For general BBS, it's the 50th percentile, historically marks usually above 144 or so. For SES TOBC, it's the 40th percentile, often meaning scores over 113. Then you have the PWD categories. General PWD is 45th percentile, maybe 143, down to 127. And for OBC, SC, or ST candidates with PWBD status, it's back to the 40th percentile, typically needing over 113 marks.
Right.
But here's the key thing, and it's really important. These are just the minimums to be eligible for counseling, the actual cutoff to get into a specific college. That's going to be higher, often much higher.
So qualifying doesn't guarantee admission?
Not at all. It just gets you in the door for the counseling process. It's the first hurdle, like you said, not the finish line.
Got it. So after NEET, KNRUHS puts out merit lists.
Correct. First provisional, then final. These lists rank everyone based on their NEET rank, assuming they meet all the other criteria. They'll show your roll number, rank, name, category, score, everything. That's how you see where you stand.
Okay, let's decode the admission landscape itself. Quotas, domicile rules, general eligibility. First, maybe just quickly clarify some terms. We hear OC, BC, SC, ST.
Sure. OC is open category, BC is backward classes, SC scheduled castes, ST scheduled tribes, EWS for economically weaker sections, and PWBD or PWBD for persons with disabilities. These categories are vital for seat allocation under reservation policies.
Right. So the quotas, 2 main types.
Primarily, yes. You've got the 15% All-India quota, the AIQ. That's handled nationally by the MCC, the Medical Counseling Committee. Then the big one for the state, the 85% state quota, which KNRUHS manages for Telangana.
And this is where it gets tricky for non-Telangana students.
Exactly. Here's the crucial part. Telangana is what we call a closed state for its main state quota, the competent authority quota. If you're not a Telangana domicile, you simply aren't eligible for those 85% seats.
Okay, so what defines a Telangana domicile for these seats?
It's quite specific. You either need to have studied in Telangana for at least 4 straight academic years, right up to your qualifying exam, or you need to have lived there for at least 4 years just before the exam and taken your qualifying exam within Telangana. It's about proving a solid connection.
But there's another way in, right? The management quota.
Yes, that's the key alternative. It's split into categories. Category B, 85% of these seats are for local Telangana candidates, but importantly, the other 15% are open to students from anywhere in India.
Okay, 15% open nationally in Cat B. And then
Category
Cat.
C, the NRI quota, is completely open. Seats here can be taken by candidates from all over India, plus foreign students and actual NRIs. So for out-of-state students, management quota B is 15%, and all of Category C are the main targets.
Good to know. Beyond NEET and domicile, what are the basic eligibility requirements, like education, age?
Standard stuff, mostly. You need your 10 plus 2 or equivalent with physics, chemistry, biology, which includes botany and zoology or biotechnology, plus English. Minimum marks in the science subjects are 50% for OC, 40% for BCSC ST, and 45% for OC PWD candidates.
And age.
You have to be 17 years old by December 31st of the admission year. So for 2025 admissions, by December 31st, 2025.
Now, you mentioned official sources. There was a warning about agents, wasn't there?
Yes, a very direct warning from Dr. Radhika Reddy, the registrar involved in admissions. She strongly advised students and parents not to trust agents, claiming they can guarantee seats. It's just not how it works.
So the message is stick to the official university website.
Absolutely. All legitimate information, all counseling schedules, all seat allocations. It only comes through the official KNR-UHS website. That's the only place to get reliable info. It really raises that question. How do you ensure you're acting on facts, not fiction? Stick to the source.
Wise words. Okay, so let's say you're eligible. You've got your NEET score. What's the actual process? The online application, the counseling steps?
Right, the practicalities. First, you register online and pay a non-refundable processing fee. For the state quota, it's 4,000 euros for OCBC, 3,200 for SCST. For management quota, it's a flat 12,000.
And that fee just gets you into the counseling process?
Correct. It confirms you want to participate. There's also a hefty late fee, mind you, for Category CNRI if you register after the final merit list is out, something like 20,000.
Okay, registration done. Then comes choice filling.
Yes, a really critical stage. You log into the portal and select your preferred colleges and courses in order of preference. You must lock these choices carefully before the deadline. Once locked for a round, they're final for that round. We saw dates like July 31st to August 7th for management quota round 1 last cycle, just as an example.
And documents, always a big part.
Huge. You need originals and scanned copies ready for verification. Your NEET result, admit card, 10th and 12th mark sheets, photo ID like Aadhaar, your domicile proof, caste minority DWS certificates if they apply, transfer certificate, study certificates covering class 9 up to intermediate.
A lot to gather.
Definitely. And if you're applying under NRI quota, specific supporting documents for that status are needed too. Get them organized early.
And keep checking the websites.
Constantly.
Yeah.
KNR, UHS, MCC for the AIQ stuff, tsmedad.tht.in. Dates for web options, seat results, they often say to be notified later or can change. Individual notifications usually don't happen. It's on you to stay updated via the official sites. That's probably the single most important piece of practical advice.
Makes sense. Now, we focused a lot on MBBS and BDS, but what about the AUS courses? BAMS, BHMS, BMS, BNYS. How does admission work for those in Telangana?
Pretty similarly in terms of the gateway. NEET UG qualification is mandatory for AUS courses too. Same entrance test.
Any specific rules for certain courses?
Well, for BMS, that's the Unani medicine degree, there's a language requirement. You need to have passed Urdu, Arabic, or Persian at the 10th or 12th level. Or, if not, you have to agree to study Urdu during the first year of the BUMS course itself.
Interesting. And what about seat numbers for AUSH and government colleges?
The breakdown is roughly BAM 79 seats, BHMS 80, BNY 60, and BUMS 58. Plus, there are also around 175 private BHMS seats available.
And the application fees for AYU state quota?
A bit lower than MBBS BDS. It's $2,500 for OC and BC and $2,000 for SCST candidates. Again, non-refundable registration and verification fee.
And any idea about cutoffs, using last year as a guide?
Yeah, the provisional 2024 cutoffs give a clue. For AWH, General WS was around 162 marks. For SCS, TBC, and PWD categories, it was 127. And for PWD in the open category, it was 144. These are just qualifying minimums for those categories, though actual admission might need more.
Okay, shifting focus again. Getting the seat is one thing, but what's life like as a medical student there? Any insights on that, maybe starting with finances?
Yeah, there's actually some good news on that front. The Telangana government increased stipends recently, starting January 2025. This covers interns, PG students, and senior residents.
Oh, really? How much are we talking?
Well, using Bosco Medical College as an example from the sources, MBBS interns get $20,000 a month now. PG residents get $45,000 in their first year, rising to $50,000 in the second and $55,000 in the third year per month. That's a pretty significant help with living costs.
That is helpful. What about career prospects after finishing?
Again, looking at Bosco Medical College's data, they report a 100% overall placement rate. Seems many graduates go for PG seats, which is common, while others get jobs directly in hospitals. So the outlook seems positive.
And student conduct. Any specific rules?
Definitely. Strict discipline is expected. Strikes are a no-go. Grievances have to go through proper channels like the dean or principal. And there's a very strong emphasis on the prohibition of ragging. Zero tolerance.
Now, there was something about discontinuing the course that sounded serious.
Extremely serious. If you get a seat, go through counseling, and then decide to drop out after the final mop-up round is complete. The penalty is huge. A discontinuation fee of 20 lakh rupees, 20,000.
Wow, 20 lakhs.
Yeah. Payable to the university. Plus, you get barred from any Kane or UHS admissions for 3 whole years. It basically signals that once you accept a seat that late in the process, you are expected to commit fully. It's not a decision to be taken lightly at all.
That's a massive commitment, financially and academically. What about attendance?
Also strict. If you're absent continuously for 91 days or more, you need special permission to rejoin, and it's not automatic. And if you're absent continuously for over 2 years, you automatically forfeit your seat and studentship. Gone. It really highlights that this is a demanding, full-time, long-term path.
Okay, let's circle back to the overall financial picture. We mentioned application fees. What else?
There's university fee. This is specifically for management quota seats paid when you download your allotment order. It's also non-refundable. For Category B, it's $40,000 for MBBS, $20,000 for BDS. For Category C, NRI, it's higher. $70,000 for MBBS, $40,000 for BDS.
So another upfront cost for management quota and the main tuition fees.
Those are set as notified by the government of Telangana. There's usually a specific government order, or GO, referenced. You pay these fees directly to the college principal, usually via a demand draft, when you physically join the college after getting your seat.
So the government sets the structure for tuition fees, even in management quota to some extent.
Yes, the framework is usually set by government notifications, detailing the maximum fees colleges can charge under different quotas. It highlights the investment needed, but also the regulatory oversight.
Right. Now let's tackle that interstate dynamic. Why might a student from Telangana look elsewhere for MBBS?
Well, even with the 85% state quota, competition can be fierce for top government colleges. The 15% All India quota offers access to colleges across the country, including really prestigious ones like AIMS or JIPMER, which only admit through the AIQ. So if a Telangana student have national aspirations or targets those specific institutes, they'll compete in the AIQ.
Makes sense. And the other way around, why would a student from, say, North or West India consider coming to Telangana?
It comes back to those management quota seats we discussed. That 15% slice of Category B seats is open nationally, and all of Category C NRI seats are open nationally and internationally.
So that's their specific entry point.
Exactly. For a non-domicile student wanting to study medicine in Telangana, those management quota seats under KNR-UHS are the officially defined pathway, bypassing the closed nature of the state quota.
Okay, I think we've covered a lot of ground. Just to quickly recap the key takeaways, KNR-UHS is central, NEET is non-negotiable, understand the quota differences, especially Telangana being closed for state quota, but having open management quota options.
Right, and the detailed process registration, fees, choice locking, documents. Don't forget AU-ish admissions need NEET too. And be aware of student life realities. Stipends are up, but rules on conduct, discontinuation, and attendance are strict.
And always, always check the official websites.
Cannot stress that enough. So what's the bottom line for you, the listener? It means you need to do your homework thoroughly. Follow the official procedures to the letter. Make careful choices because medical admissions, especially here, are complex and very rule-driven. Keep refreshing those KNR, UHS, and MCC websites.
Absolutely. And maybe a final thought to leave you with. Considering everything we've discussed, the academic rigor, the financial side, the specific rules in Telangana, what parts of this whole picture truly align with your long-term goals? What resonates with your vision for your future medical career and life beyond just the initial step of getting that admission letter? Something to really think about.